So today is day one of Equestria LA. It's about almost 7:40. I'm going to be taking a whole lot of equipment with me. I'm going to be making video the entire time, and I'm sorry for the audio quality, but part of what's packed down there is my microphone and portable recorder. So sorry. Oh damn! I should have put a Slate app on my tablet. Well, there's still time, thankfully. But yeah, so I'm going to be taking 2 HD cameras, my portable recorder, my microphone, and a whole bunch of other stuff, tripods, the whole thing. I'm really excited. Can you tell I'm excited? Because I am so excited. So, here we go.
One more Twilight sparkle do. She was here right now. She'd make a plan and she found a room at the Twilight sparkle do.
So we're finally here at Equestria LA. It's 10:02 in the morning. I had to pay $12 for parking, but I'm here. I got my badge, and I'm surrounded by bronies. It's actually quite a thing. People are still coming in, still getting their badges. I got about an hour until the panel I want to go to, but in the meantime, let's take a look around and see what we can find. So, less than 3 hours into the convention, we already had an amazing event happen. Some lucky guy proposed to his girlfriend on the main stage, and she accepted. Already this is shaping up to be an amazing convention, but I have a feeling more stuff is going to happen that's going to be worth your attention. So, let's go and see what else is going on. So, here I am with quite possibly some of the manliest looking bronies I have ever seen. We have the infamous DustyKatt, who is the manliest brony on the net, if YouTube is to be believed. And we have two other awesome people. You, sir, what's your name?
My name is Tyler Stannard. I'm currently dressed up as Snowflake.
Yeah!
How about you, sir?
My name is Army Brony. I am currently
Snowflake?
semi dressed up as Snowflake. I have the shirt, but
all
that's just about as far as I went with it.
And you said you were in the Army.
Yes, Army National Guard right now.
So, you guys being as manly looking as you are, what do you think is the primary contributing factor to people thinking bronies are supposed to be, you know, wimpy guys? Basically, not you.
I think it's just simply because of the name, My Little Pony. I mean, think about it. My generation, the 90s generation, grew up with the girly version, super over girly version. And I think it's just sort of people who don't want to understand it and don't want to actually look into it, they automatically label as all bronies being, you know, little wimpy guys. And that's part of the reason why I became a brony and why I go to conventions to prove that, hey, it's for everybody, not just for little wimpy guys. Even the big bad army guys can come in here and have some fun. So
what do you think is a way to counter these social stigmas that people have sort of given? What do you think is the most effective way of convincing people, or at least showing them that it's not some, you know, girly frou-frou show filled with cotton candy and rainbows and all that stuff, even though they are in there?
Well, the show is exactly that. The thing is, being proud enough and secure enough in who you are to enjoy it, and tell people who think that you're girly or should be watching, you know, Chung Yao Fat kick ass, that I can watch this too, and it doesn't affect me at all. The only power your words have over me is the power I give them. The thing about the show is that it's a wonderful show, well acted, well written, and well animated, which we haven't had in a very long time. So, let the show stand on its own merits. It doesn't matter what it is or what it's about. Let it stand on its own merits. And you know what? I take I come home from selling motorcycle parts to Hell's Angels and to Mongols and to other guys that give me grief every day, and I can sit down to dinner and put ponies on the Netflix, and it makes me feel happy, and it gets me to calm down after having to deal with these kind of people all day long. And if you want to give me grief for that, I don't really care. I'm going to do what I do, and you can say whatever you want to say. I don't care. Get me?
And now for something completely different.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Sexy lady. Oppan Gangnam Style. Sexy lady.
So with the convention in full swing, maybe it's time for us to go and see one of the more interesting areas of this relatively small con. I'm of course talking about the Artist Alley. Let's take a look.
My name's Christopher Herman. I'm known as Otaku Squirrel in the fandom. I do custom sculpted manes and tails for the brushable My Little Ponies, and I do both do-it-yourself kits and finished ponies. So I've got options.
So how did you get started doing this?
A little over a year ago, when they had the starter set with the brushable or the sculpted hair ponies. It was a starter set with Applejack, Twilight, and Pinkie Pie. I picked that up, and because I collect toys, and I wanted to complete that set because they didn't have the other three main characters. And when I started this process, it turned into something where my work was actually looking better than their work, so I just kind of kept going with it. And I'd also asked other people if they were interested in getting some resin castings of this, and I got an overwhelming response of people that were interested. So I kind of took a leap of faith, and I just kind of got started in it by accident, but it was all just because I wanted something more show accurate.
All right, well, thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
No, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all. Discord, I'm howling out the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take no other way? Discord, are we a prey alone, or are we just a stepping stone for taking back the throne? Discord, we won't take it anymore, so take a tyranny away.
So Riff, I had the awesome experience of putting some vocals to your music. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm an instrumentalist who writes tracks with no vocals, and because of my friend Victor over here who helped with one of my tracks, I got to hear a great, awesome song, which I've been expecting from many people. I invite everyone who wants to add vocals to my tracks, any song. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, it's a unique satisfaction as artists when we get to see that people enjoy our work, not just sort of passively, but they enjoy it enough that they go and take it and then do something more with it. Would you think that's a fair assessment?
Of course, it's a sign of not only appreciating what you hear, but taking it and then doing something completely different. It's a new direction, basically.
Okay, so we're going to do something interesting over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step off to the side, and I'm going to put in through the power of post-production, a link to not just the video I made based off of Riff's wonderful music, but his actual instrumental itself. So let me just move over here, and here we are. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Inserts. Thanks, Riff. It's been a blast.
All right, thank you so much.
So the astute viewer may notice that we are no longer at Equestria LA, but in fact back in my room. And the reason behind that is that there is in fact no more footage of Equestria LA. I've literally gotten through, in this video, all of it. That's it. That's everything. And the reason for that is kind of the best way to summarize this video, to sort of wrap up this coverage of Equestria LA. See, here's what happened. About midway through the day of day one, I was shooting actually the intro to the Artist's Alley, and a staffer came up to me and he told me to go down to Ops, basically to let them know that I was videoing, because apparently you needed permission. So going down to the Ops office in the Hilton Hotel, and they're cool with me recording. In fact, they're all really awesome people, and the room is air conditioned, and I had just carried this big suitcase filled with all of my equipment down a substantial amount of stairs. So I asked if I could chill out with them for a little bit, and you know what? I never actually left. And I went back again to the Ops office the next day. The reason I ended up staying there was because there really wasn't anything left in the convention for me to do. And I really can't blame the convention for that, because, I mean, hell, when you start a convention for the first time, the best you can kind of hope for is that it won't be terrible. That things won't go catastrophically wrong. And in fact, Equestria LA went off beautifully. But there were only 2 rooms in the convention. 2, rooms that people could go to consistently. 1, the dealer's room. 2, the main panels room. So you get this problem where if you're not interested with what's going on in the panels room, and you've made your way through the dealer's room already, there's really nothing for you to do. But you know what? I come back to the fact that this operations room was awesome. And I'm just going to expand that to that all of the staff of the convention were pretty awesome. So going back to the convention itself, as I said, it was great. It had its slight problem, which may have been just a problem for me and like a couple of other people, but on the whole, it was really enjoyable. I will happily go again. Maybe not to the next one, because I hear that it's going to be on Mother's Day, which unfortunately I love my mama, so I won't be going then, if it is in fact on Mother's Day. But all in all, go. If you can, go. I highly recommend it. Hopefully, next time around, they'll have some sort of tabletop room. Management of Equestria LA, if you are needing someone to run a tabletop room the next time around, I will happily abide, if you will have me. So, that's about it. I will see you next time, whenever that next time will be. Probably a review of the first season 3 episode, which I'm hoping will be fantastic. There's going to be a male villain. I can't wait. Maybe he'll have a song. We'll see. See you next time.